I'm a guy that's gonna bring it every single time. Never gonna be in a boring fight. I'm focused on the title. That's what this is all about. I don't care about Johnny Walker. Whatever I have to do to get to a title fight is what I'm gonna do.
My big advantage against Anthony Smith is my unpredictable style. I'm a finisher, so I can knock him out or finish him on the first round. It's gonna show that I'm ready to start talk about the championship. Right now, my life is amazing. The stability that I have here in Ireland with my wife, it's really good because I feel comfortable. This is what happens every day for me. I wake up and open my eyes, I say thank you, God, one more day, and I keep going.
We met in Thailand, and then I flew back to Ireland, and we knew each other 6 days, and then on a whim, Johnny decided to get on the plane and flew from Thailand to Ireland. Met my whole family.
She's not just my wife, she's my friend, she's my manager. She managed my life, you know. People say that when you find a good woman, she brings you up, you know. So I find a good one. She's more realistic and I'm more dreamy, you know. So we complete each other. Huh?
Optimistic.
Optimistic?
Optimistic.
Optimistic.
Mm-hmm.
When I was very young, I was a dreamer, you know. I always want to be something important with my life. I was watching Anderson Silva and Jose Aldo, Junior Cigano. These guys inspire me. I said, imagine if one day I can be somebody like them. It's gonna be so great. I realized that this was my calling after my first professional fight.
Most of your weight on your shoulder, and you should be comfortable staying upright.
I think it was 1 or 2 years in my professional career when I left Brazil to have more opportunity in life. I trained with different coaches before, John, Kavanagh. The results that I was expecting didn't come. And this is why I was flying too much everywhere and trying to find some place to fit me.
Yes, Johnny, yes. Johnny met an Irish girl while on holidays in Thailand. Tara, his now wife, did some Googling where he could train while he was in Dublin. My name popped up, and in walked Johnny Walker. Right away, it was pretty obvious he's a fairly special athlete. For any MMA coach out there, you get someone walking in who's 6'6", seems to have zero nerves on fight night. You go, whoa, maybe we got something here. Maybe there's something big. So of course, as a coach, that's exciting.
This guy is gigantic, incredibly tall.
And because he's so big and powerful, when they connect, it's game over.
Precision and power from a 6'5" fighter.
A lot of people think we're looking at a future contender, if not champion. Started his UFC career guns blazing, 3-0 with 3 first-round knockouts.
Johnny came in as a bit of just a scrapper, a very good warrior, fighter. He was getting away with some errors. Those early wins were not going to be able to be sustained as he went into the top 10. You're meeting guys that are very skillful, very experienced. You're not just going to blitz through them. Some of those losses he had where he wasn't able to blitz the guy immediately, and suddenly he found himself in positions that maybe he wasn't hugely familiar with. And that's been what we've been working on the last couple of years. First fight me and Johnny worked together was the Ryan Spann fight, which had a lot happen in mere seconds. I think the fight was maybe less than a minute.
Yes! Yes! Yes!
The fundamentals of the wrestling and grappling, I feel that they've improved a lot in recent months and years that we've been together.
There's the tap!
For sure, someone like Anthony Smith is going to bring him into areas of his game that he will have to have that. You're not putting away a seasoned veteran like Anthony in seconds. There is going to be moments where he's going to have to show some of these new areas of his game.
Good job.
Anthony Smith, he's a good technical fighter, so you know what he's gonna do. Like the way that he fights is very traditional. He's not gonna do no crazy shit like I do, so he's not gonna surprise me, so I'm gonna be ready for him. I'm bigger than him, I have more reach, and I'm very explosive as well. And when win against him, it's gonna put me close to what I want. It's the title shot.
Anthony has fought everybody in the UFC. I'm an admirer of his skill set, but I do think we have the tools in the bag to get the finish against him. Win, especially a finish against a fighter like Anthony Smith, it really puts him into that top 5, that title contention conversation. So it'll be hard to understate how important this fight is for Johnny's career. Your bond grows beyond just coach and athlete. We have become very, very good friends in the last year or two. I was his best man at his wedding. To be able to help a friend to be a UFC champion would be something really, really special.
I'm gonna smash him. I'm gonna beat the shit out of him because I trained too hard and I don't gonna let nobody decide this. I'm gonna finish him.
Guys that come from where I come from don't end up in these positions. I'm from Omaha, Nebraska. Being out here in Denver, the lifestyle, everyone's just moving so fast, and when I'm home, and it's quiet, and I like it. Fridays, after sparring, I jet straight to the airport, and then I fly home. I spend the weekend with my wife and kids and hang out with them all weekend, and then first thing Monday morning, I'm awake at 4 o'clock, head to the airport, catch the first flight out of Omaha to Denver. I'm here Monday through Friday, and then Friday, after sparring, I do it all over again.
Guys, good morning.
Good morning.
Why not train at home? I think that I'm a better fighter, that I'm growing more. I think that I'm being pushed more here in Denver. Obviously, I got to add in my relationship with Mark Montoya, and I think all of that stuff combines for the best me.
Those of you guys that have fights coming up, we need to get really focused. You guys get to do one of the coolest things on the planet, and it's the toughest sport in the planet. I'm convinced of that. And I watch what you guys go through, and just appreciate everything you do.
If you're the best guy in the room, you need to find a new room. I need to be pushed, and I need to lose every single day in the gym. And that just doesn't happen enough in Omaha, so I had to seek that out.
Rock your feet, rock your feet, rock your feet, find motion.
I had a great relationship with a couple of the guys that have been here at Factory X for a long time, and I decided that it was time to make that move if I wanted to continue to grow and get better.
Go guys, let's go.
I lose here every single day, and that's what's most important. It does get harder to balance the fight and work and family life. I do make the sacrifices and spend a lot of time here in Denver, but I also am fortunate enough that I get to spend large chunks of time at home as well. So it's definitely a give and a take. Being away from home, I think, helps a little bit too. As hard as it is and as miserable as it is most of the time, when I'm here in Denver, I'm just a fighter. I'm here every day, and I give 100% of myself in this gym every single day. It's a very selfish sport, so I need to make sure that I'm doing everything I can to be the best me I can, but I also need to do that to be able to provide for my family the best way possible. I had no idea what I was going to do before this. I hadn't even considered what my adult life looked like. I just found this fighting thing and wanted to try it, and when I did it, I liked it, so I just kept doing it. I didn't even know that this would be a career. I think MMA was the only place that I've been accepted for who I am. I just never felt like I belonged anywhere, and MMA accepts everybody.
Factory X on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Factory X!
On the mats, everyone is the same. I think that that's what kept me around. I just felt like I belonged somewhere.
The new light heavyweight contender. There it is. There it is. That's it. That's it.
Anthony Lionheart Smith by knockout tonight.
Here comes Smith. Oh, he's pouring the pressure on.
That is it. Anthony Lionheart Smith takes out another legend.
chin now. Ustamir does not want to tap, but there it is. Anthony Lionheart Smith continues his rise to the top.
He has earned his shot against John Jones. It would be one of the biggest upsets in UFC history.
You know, I didn't have the performance that I wanted to have, but I definitely learned that I'm not that far away.
Well, Smith certainly not intimidated, showing you the veteran chops.
John Jones is the greatest of all time. He's the best mixed martial artist that's ever come through our sport. So being in there with him for 25 minutes, I know that I want to get back there.
Kudos to Anthony Smith for not taking the easy way out.
I know that I would do it different leading into it a second time, approach the fight differently, and just be a little more free. I'm not going to quit on myself. I've never claimed to be the best fighter in the world, but I'll definitely be the last one to give up. Johnny Walker used to be super wild and unpredictable. He's a fantastic athlete. He's crazy power in both hands, heavy kicks. I think his wrestling and jiu-jitsu end when his conditioning fails him. Everyone's like, oh, he's gonna be so wild and crazy and he's gonna jump and spin. And I will tell you this right now, no, he won't. If he starts being chaotic and crazy, they know exactly how that's gonna work because that's where I thrive. I think at the highest level, a guy like Johnny Walker is gonna have a tough time with a guy like me.
This is nice. We have this book called The Adventure Challenge for couples.
I got Johnny this for his birthday, so it just means whenever we have the time to do something, we'll actually do something rather than just watch Netflix. So yeah, today's challenge is we go to a thrift store and we have to buy each other an outfit and you have to wear it and then go out and do something in public. So I think with the challenge is to get each other something
Very
hideous. Nice. He chose to wear these. Therefore going to be the worst part of his outfit and they're his own.
Not really.
There's not really a lot. Either I put him in a really nice suit or I have him cross-dress. So I think I'll have him cross-dress. Do you think this would fit you?
Hopefully. My legs are gonna be outside, so I need a trouser. It's cold.
This is how you check if trousers are gonna fit you. Yeah, they should fit.
On you?
Yeah.
Come on. What's your neck have to do with your ass?
I don't know, I read it online that if you do this, you can see it. So they should fit.
Good luck. It's good to break the habit, you know, like relax, do something like a couple, you know, and to feel a little bit more human, you know. She's a great partner, she always helped me, but, you know, sometimes we have to separate the time for ourselves, to enjoy ourselves as well, so this is a great time. Fuck's sake, I'm stuck. It doesn't fit on me.
There's never a dull moment. He's kind of infectiously positive. Like if I'm ever having a bad day or complaining, he kind of puts it into perspective that really I have nothing to complain about and I need to just be more grateful and optimistic.
She's cool. I should be worse, right? Because look at you.
I look as though my dad's wardrobe vomited on me. Do you have your boxers on? Because the wind might blow that skirt up.
Yeah.
Do you have them on?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ready?
You can cut me. I just think that we both have this common goal as like a family, as the two of us. That's what we're building towards and everything else is kind of background noise.
No shame at all. We get married here?
Sligo.
And Belfast is here?
Belfast is up here, Dublin's here.
Very nice. Come from Brazil, my friend, to conquer Ireland. I'm really ready for this next level because I know what to do to become champion. Every fight, even win or lose, you try to learn from that. I watch myself and I see what can I do better than the last time. And then I find a pattern that I can trust. I wasn't ready before, now I'm ready. Now my life getting better, of course, because my wife and John, they're part of my family now, and they make me feel comfortable here. This is my home, this is the place that I can be champion.
Just take your time. If you're gonna move into it, you gotta move in, don't just hesitate. A fighter has to be intelligent. You can't teach somebody something if they can't take it in. Johnny's a different kettle of fish. Great IQ, physicality is unbelievable. He's an absolute athlete, but that's the thing with John. John focuses, you know, and does everything he's asked to do. I don't think there's anyone there that will beat him. But not taking that away with Smith, he's got really good boxing skill. But I'm confident we got better boxing skill right now.
Now I represent two countries, Ireland and Brazil, so a lot of people depend on me today. And everybody's gonna be stepping inside the octagon with me. And there's gonna be an army behind me against him.
I don't know why everyone calls it the redneck truck. It's just big and old, and it's a big, loud diesel. And I don't know, all my friends here in Denver call it the redneck truck. You know, it's like super metro Denver. You know, everyone's driving smart cars and Teslas, and I drive a big jacked up Ford Excursion. When I drive this thing, it makes me think of my mom. My mom had the same year Expedition when I was a kid, and the interior of the Expeditions looked exactly the same as the Excursions. So every time I drive this thing, I think of my mom. If it wasn't for my mom, this whole MMA journey would have never happened. I owe her everything. When I started, I was broke, I had no job, I had just dropped out of high school. And then once I turned 18, I got an apartment. Every Sunday, my mom would come up and buy me groceries and whatever I needed to continue to keep doing this fighting thing. You know, my mom was a single mom and worked a lot to help me with anything that I would need. And, you know, if I wasn't able to make enough money to pay my rent, she would cover the extra when she didn't even have it herself. And that was kind of our routine for a couple of years. Every Sunday, I would spend with my mom, coming up to essentially take care of her son while he's chasing this thing that he doesn't even know where it's gonna go. This entire thing, the fighting, the training, the travel, the analyst stuff, the desk work, all the jobs and things that I've been able to accomplish because of this would never have happened. I still believe the best is yet to come, and I still think that there's a world title in my future, and I'd always look forward to crediting her in a retirement speech someday, you know, and I'll still be able to do that. It just sucks that she won't be able to be there. Going into the Ankalaev fight, my mom gets sick, and, you know, one day I'm in her apartment and we're hanging out, and a couple days later she's in a coma and was for 3 weeks. My mom died beginning of May, and the fight was end of July, so I deal with the passing of my mom, and then I go right into training camp. I didn't do my training camp in Denver, and I didn't have Mark Montoya with me.
The reason Anthony and I weren't a unit for the Ankalaev fight was purely because I loved the kid. I just didn't feel like it was the right time for him to fight. Timing in fighting is crucial, especially when you're on a 3-fight win streak, momentum's top. It was just where he was at in his mind space. He had a lot of stuff going on.
Mark Montoya didn't want me to fight. He was trying to protect me, and he didn't want to put me in a terrible position. I was in a really bad place after my mom died. I wasn't doing the things that I needed to do in training camp.
I just know him well, and I wanted him to go into that fight fully mentally and physically prepared. So I said, okay, man, well, if you and I are on the same page for this timing, It's gonna pain me to not be there. It was one of the hardest things I ever did, sitting on the couch, watching him walk out and not be present. I hated every minute of it.
Anthony Smith's in a serious situation here.
If you're gonna be a world champion in the cage, you gotta be a world champion in life first, because life will parallel the cage and vice versa.
Well, after that, you know, me and Mark just talked through everything, and at the end of the day, both of us are better in this game when we're together.
I give him a lot of credit because he initiated the response to come back. And I told him, hey man, you know I'm gonna give you my all, and we're doing that. Good, that was it.
It feels good to be back. It was like we never missed a day, you know, just jumped right back in.
That's way better. I want you to be here. Bah! Then I can fire.
Having Mark means a lot to me. You know, I didn't really have a father figure growing up. I had to figure a lot of this man stuff out, kind of just on my own and trial and error. So, you know, it's not just he's a great head coach. He's a great mentor. You know, I don't just call Mark for fight-related stuff. I call Mark for life decisions and business advice and parenting advice. It's my like therapy session of just whatever's on my mind, I just unload on Mark.
Don't pour coffee out of your shoulders. Keep your shoulders square. I asked Anthony, what are we doing with your career? Are we chasing a belt still? Are we gonna go have some fun fights and make some money for you and your family? He looked me dead in the eye and he said, no, fucker, let's go get a title. I wanna win a world title. Fuck yeah, let's go do it. And so that's ultimately what it's about.
I know exactly how Johnny feels right now. He sees a aging fighter that's fought for the title and lost and had some injury problems and had some issues staying healthy. I get it. Like he has every right in the world to be as confident as he is. And it's my job to show him why that shouldn't be the case. You know, he's doing really well right now, and I gotta stop that train that he's got rolling downhill. But I've seen 10 Johnny Walkers in the past, you know what I mean? And I've been him before. Super athletic, crazy, explosive guy that gets away with things because of his physical gifts, but that's only gonna take you so far.
When the octagon close, he gonna look at my eyes and he gonna see what the fuck I'm doing here. Who is the boss here? Who owns this division? Who is the king? It's me, and he have to learn this.
He's only got one way to win. He's gotta finish me. He's gotta finish me early. And if that doesn't happen, him and his coaches know what the outcome is gonna be. I wanna pressure him. I wanna break him. I think it's gonna be a nasty finish.